What's up, boys and girls? We are at the Nashville airport. At the Nashville airport, just got done with a, 30-something hour travel day. We left Abu Dhabi last night. Left Abu Dhabi last night at 10 p.m. Flew 16 hours, landing in Vegas at 3:15 a.m. Then myself and my manager Randall, who lives in Vegas, grabbed some early breakfast. Once we got our bags and got through customs and all that kind of crazy stuff, got off the plane, got some Denny's because that was the only thing open at 5 in the morning. And then got on my flight at 7:55 and got here to Nashville. I cannot wait to go see my wife and son. My son, we have a showing at our house right now because we're selling our house, so I'm waiting that out. I'm going to leave here in about 15 minutes. But put some questions down in the question bar down there. Don't put it in the chat because I will not see it. There's just too much stuff going on. So, first question. What are your thoughts on the belt being vacant? Man, there's a ton of thoughts I have about the belt being vacant. Number one, it was completely unexpected. Completely unexpected. I, like most people, thought that Khabib was most likely going to retire at 30-0, or at least try to get to 30-0. 29-0 just doesn't have the same ring to it. Doesn't sound right to me. But when you're a guy like Khabib, who's been as dominant as Khabib and also gone through what Khabib has gone through over the last 6-8 months, losing his father. He didn't just lose his father. He lost his coach, his hero, his mentor, his everything. It made complete sense whenever you saw him get off of Justin Gaethje and start sobbing right away. So when the man says he's done, he's done. But now we got a couple guys at the top of the heap. We're talking about Conor, Poirier, me, Gaethje, Ferguson. Those are your 5 guys, your 5 horsemen that they're talking about fighting for this title. So we'll see what happens. All I know is I'm extremely pumped to be a part of it, and I want to go out there and win the title for you guys. Want Tony fight. Originally that was the fight that I for sure wanted. Now with the title being vacant and, Gaethje saying he's ready to fight, there's definitely interesting matchups. I told Danny yesterday, I had a good conversation with him. And I told him whoever, whenever, wherever. Literally, I'll fight next weekend if they want to. I will fight January, November, December, whenever they want. So Tony made a lot of sense before this weekend. So now we will see. Now we'll see what happens. Who will win, Dustin Poirier or Conor? I still have Conor winning that fight. I think Poirier has looked a lot better than the first time that they fought at 145. I don't know if this fight's going to be at 170 or 155, so it'll be interesting to see how each of those guys performs at 170. We've seen Conor fight at 170 before. We have yet to see Poirier fight at 170. We'll see how the power translates. We'll see how he moves. We'll see how big and heavy he is. And I still think we've got Conor. Not by finish. I think we see a really good fight, back and forth battle. Conor by decision. You versus Conor. Obviously, that's a fight that I would love. I love any of those guys in the top 5. Gaethje, Poirier, Ferguson, Conor. I love the fight with any 4 of those fights. Obviously, I would love it to be for the title. If it's not for the title, no big deal. But I would love to fight Conor. Conor is a guy that I look up to. I look up to everybody in this division, man. When I say look up to, I don't mean look up to like they're better than me. I look up to them as in I respect their game. I respect their abilities. I respect what they bring to the table. In order to be interesting, you have to be interested. I'm interested in how Conor fights and his idiosyncrasies and his habits and his tendencies and what he's done. Same thing with Poirier. Same thing with Ferguson. Same thing with Gaethje. I'm interested in what these guys are doing, and I look up to the different aspects of them because once you admire something about somebody, I admire Conor's left hand. I admire Justin Gaethje's willingness and ability to take damage and then keep fighting. I can draw from that. I can learn from that. I'm the kind of guy who's humble enough to realize that I can learn things from my opponents, learn things from my adversaries. Sun Tzu said, "Know thy enemy as you know thyself, and then you will put yourself in the best situation to be successful." Who in the lightweight division do you want? I just answered that. Anybody in the top 5. Do I think I can knock out Conor? Yes, I do. I think I can knock anybody out in the lightweight division. I mean, guys, we fight in 4-ounce gloves. I've proven it time and time again. 12 first-round finishes, 9 or 10 knockouts, and when I knock people out, they go out pretty hard, pretty cold. So I do think I can. I also think that any of us could be knocked out by either of us, any of us. You know, you're talking about the best guys in the world. You know, when you're fighting at that high, when you're fighting at the highest level, anybody can be knocked out by anybody in 4-ounce gloves. Know that and realize that, or else you're just ignorant. A lot of the same questions. Connor or Dustin, I already said that. I think Connor. This is a great question. It's generic, but extremely, extremely important. What motivates you every time you wake up? Listen, guys, what motivates me every day when I wake up is I wake up and I stretch my arms and I stretch my legs and I wiggle my toes. And I thank God for another day that I have a well-enabled body. I have 2 arms, 2 legs, and I'm waking up in the greatest country in the world, the United States, where I have freedoms and liberties to do whatever I want. And I get to train every single day, and I get to find the limits that my body is capable of. Become an expert in beating down my body and then building it back up for you guys, so I can go out into a cage in front of millions of people on TV and thousands of people in an arena and be able to engage with and interact with you guys. And that's why I say see you at the top. I say see you at the top not because I'm talking about me getting to the top. I say see you at the top because I'm going to be at the top. And when I get to the top and I look left and I look right, if I don't see you guys there with me, then it was all for naught. I want you guys there to come there with me. Build yourself up with me. Build yourself up so that you know the limits of your capabilities. That's what motivates me. I have 2 capable arms and 2 capable legs. Favorite submission is a head and arm choke or a arm triangle. Man, when I sink that bad dog in, guys go out. Love it. What's my favorite movie? Oh, good question. I'll give you a couple good ones. I think one of my favorite movies of all time, 300. I'm not like a sci-fi fantasy guy. I think it's got a little bit of sci-fi kind of monsters and goblins and stuff in it. But for the most part, the bravery of 300 men in the face of the 1,000-nation army of Xerxes' army. To me, the underdog story, moving forward with complete disregard to your previous failures and complete disregard to your opposition. King Leonidas, some of those crazy guys, Michael Fassbender, Stelios, those guys who were at his side and willing to die. There's a lot of parallels. I think you guys underestimate how truly willing we are to die inside the cage. Do I want to die? Absolutely not. Would it be devastating to my wife and my son? And do I think that's God's calling for my life? No, but you have to be willing to go there in order to get the most out of yourself. So just draw a lot of comparisons to fighting in 300. A couple other ones. 8 Seconds. It's a cowboy movie. It's a bull riding movie. Argo. I like Argo a lot. I Am Legend. Another good movie. Excuse me. Would you fight anyone not in the top 4? No. My answer is no to that because, I'm already being talked about fighting somebody in the top 4, so there's no reason for me to ever think about fighting somebody outside the top 4. Dana has put me in there. The UFC has promoted me and put me in there. So, listen, guys, I asked for it, I got it, and it remains to be seen whether or not I deserve it or not. So we'll find out. This is a good question. What belt are you in BJJ? I am a white belt. I don't have a belt. I never got a belt. Never did traditional BJJ. Never put on a gi. So I don't actually have a belt. Would I fight Nick Diaz when he returns? Absolutely. I would fight Nate or Nick Diaz. I have nothing against them, but those are big fights. Those are big names. I came to the UFC, number 1, to win the title, and number 2, to get big fights. You talking Poirier, Conor, Ferguson, Gaethje. You talk Diaz, both Diaz brothers. You talk, big names in the lightweight, welterweight division. Colby Covington, George Masvidal. What's up, brother? How are you, brother? Tommy. Dude, you did grow a beard, dude. What's up? Grizzly Adams did have a beard. My man Tommy grew a beard. Didn't even recognize him. I'm doing an Instagram Live.
Okay, awesome.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
I just got back from Kansas City.
Oh yeah, dude. Freaking Patrick Mahomes crushing it.
Unbelievable, man. I had Drew Lock, quarterback on the Broncos. So
Oh yeah, dude, Mizzou guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, let's grab some lunch soon.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
Dude,
I'll
good
shoot
to see
you a text,
you.
okay?
Yes, sir. All right, good to see you, Tommy. Dude, I did not recognize you. That is crazy. I'm like, dude. All right, see you, brother. So yes, I would fight any of those guys. Sorry about that, guys and girls. But man, when you see a friend, you know that guy is actually for you American football fans. Tommy Condon, Sr. started CAA football, and his son. What are you doing here?
What are the odds?
All right, I gotta go. I love you guys. I'll see you.